You're listening to BD Daily Tech News Podcast, your daily briefing on tech and innovation. It's 2025, December 24th, and today's theme is Platform Power is Moving Down the Stack, from chip fabs to chat apps to the inside of a robotaxi.
So we're doing the full tech food pyramid. Silicon at the bottom, messaging in the middle, and at the top, a car that talks back. Love that for us. Also, if the robotaxi starts giving me life advice, I'm getting out at the next stop sign.
3 stories, tight and actionable. Nvidia reportedly stopped a test using Intel's chip production process. Italy tells Meta to suspend a WhatsApp policy that blocks rival AI chatbots. And Waymo is testing Gemini as an in-car assistant. Let's start with the chip drama, because everything else runs on that.
Nothing says holiday cheer like Nvidia stops testing Intel. That's like the cool kid leaving your group project and taking the Google Doc with them.
Here's what happened. A report says Nvidia stopped a test using Intel's chip production process to make advanced chips, and Intel shares fell on the news. The key point is not the stock move, it's the signal about confidence in Intel as a foundry option for cutting-edge silicon.
Does stop to test mean Intel is doomed? Or does it mean Nvidia is picky and this week they hate everyone?
It means the bar is brutally high. Think of a chip process like a bakery line that must produce millions of identical croissants. You don't just need a good recipe. You need consistent output, low defect rates, predictable timelines, and the ability to scale. A test is basically, can Intel's line bake Nvidia-grade croissants at volume without surprises?
And Nvidia is the customer who sends the croissant back because the flake angle is off by 1 degree. Respect, honestly.
Why it matters? If Intel can't win or keep tests like this, it's harder to convince top-tier designers to shift production away from incumbents. And for everyone else, it affects supply resilience and pricing power across the AI hardware stack. More viable foundries can mean less bottleneck risk. Fewer viable foundries means higher leverage for whoever can deliver.
Actionable take for builders. If you're a startup betting your whole product on "we'll get cheap compute soon," maybe don't write that into your wedding vows. Hardware timelines are chaotic.
Exactly. Practical move? Design for portability. If you're doing ML, keep your stack flexible across GPU types and cloud vendors. Abstractor inference, measure performance per dollar, and avoid single vendor assumptions in your roadmap. Now, speaking of vendor control, let's go to WhatsApp.
Yes, WhatsApp, where your family group chat lives forever, and now, apparently, where AI platform politics go to fight in public.
What happened? Italy ordered Meta to suspend a policy that bans companies from using WhatsApp's business tools to offer their own AI chatbots on WhatsApp. In plain terms, if you're a business and you want an AI bot that isn't Meta's preferred option, this policy can block you from deploying it through official business tooling.
So it's like, welcome to our mall. You may shop at any store you like, as long as it's our store. That's not a mall. That's a hostage situation with better lighting.
Simple version of the tech, WhatsApp business tools are the plumbing. APIs, verified messaging, templates, automation hooks. If the platform says only these AI agents can connect to the plumbing, it effectively picks winners in the chatbot market because distribution is everything.
And the winner is whoever gets to be the default bot that answers your order status messages at 2 a.m. Like, congrats, you're the new voice in everyone's pocket. Totally normal and not terrifying.
Why it matters for normal people? It affects choice, privacy boundaries, and quality. If businesses can't bring their own AI, you may get a one-size-fits-all assistant with unclear data handling. For developers and small AI vendors, access to WhatsApp is a distribution gate. If you're blocked, your product might be great, but invisible.
Actionable tip for businesses. Don't build your customer service brain in one app. Keep a channel-agnostic knowledge base, log your conversations, and make sure you can swap the bot without rewriting your whole company in emojis.
Yes, separate your content from your channel. Own your FAQs, policies, and retrieval layer. Then connect whatever front end the platform allows. Now, last story. AI assistants are leaving the chat window and entering the car.
Waymo testing Gemini and robotaxis is the most 2025 sentence possible. Like, yes, of course the car is driverless. Of course it also wants to talk. Next, it's going to ask me to rate my vibe on a 5-star scale.
What happened? Waymo is testing a Gemini-powered in-car AI assistant, reportedly discovered via a long system prompt. The assistant can answer general questions and control certain in-cabin features. That's a shift from the car drives to the car is also an interface you talk to.
Okay, but what are in-cabin features? Because if it can change the music, fine. If it can lock the doors, absolutely not. I want my assistant helpful, not plot twist capable.
The simple tech analogy, it's like putting a smart speaker into a moving room that's full of sensors. You ask questions, it responds, and it can flip some switches. The big technical challenge is not just accuracy, it's safety constraints, permissioning, and making sure the assistant can't be socially engineered into doing something risky.
I'm sorry, I can't do that. And also, please stop asking me to open the trunk at freeway speed.
Why it matters for everyday users. The car becomes a data-rich environment. Your questions, your destinations, your conversations potentially sensitive. Ask any assistant in a physical space is what's recorded, for how long, and who can access it.
Recap. Intel wants to be the cool new Foundry. Nvidia is not easily impressed. WhatsApp is becoming an AI battleground, and robotaxis are adding a chatty layer. Basically, the future is everything is a platform, and every platform wants to be your default.
If you want one growth takeaway today, build optionality in hardware assumptions, in distribution channels, and in how you handle user data. Subscribe for the daily briefing and share this episode with a friend who still thinks AI is just a chatbot. It's moving into fabs, apps, and vehicles.
And if you're listening in a car right now, please confirm the car is not also listening. If it is, hello car, please like and subscribe. We respect your hustle.